Welcome, everyone, to a brand new season of NBA basketball. I'm sure you're as excited as all of us are here at 2K Sports as we get ready to start the season in style. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with David Aldridge on our sideline. Hey, Dave.
Well, small ball has become the trend in the NBA, but it might be more accurate to call it average ball. With defensive switching twice as common as it was 5 years ago, the demand is rising for players of average NBA height, and that's around 6'7". Kevin, that's affected not just the big men, but the vertically challenged guys as well.
Point forwards and big guards in demand. Yeah, you're right. Thank you. And a moment now to check out who the Warriors have coming up on their schedule. On Saturday, they'll be facing off against DeMarcus Cousins and the Los Angeles Lakers. Then on Thursday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And for the matchup with the Lakers, I think they know how important it is to see how they measure up against the cream of the crop in the West. I'm looking for them to approach it like this is a playoff matchup.
Now Golden State's starting five. Russell and Thompson, the perimeter. Green and Cauley-Stein are down low. And it's Curry in at the point guard. And for the Pelicans, Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. Wall and Holiday combine at the guard spots. And it's Favors in at the 5. Greg, this season is the first time in the last 4 or 5 years that Golden State will not be the prohibitive favorites to win it all.
I mean, back-to-back devastating injuries in the finals. Kevin Durant departing in free agency with time and health. Will they retake the throne? So we'll just have to wait and see. And the first of many to come. Explosive offensive talent on both sides.
Boy, I tell you what, that's going to be like a pinball machine, the way that scoreboard's going to light up.
Now here's Curry. Lets the 3 fly. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Outside Holiday. High arcing shot. The shot misses. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Thompson from long range gets the three-pointer to fall.
You know, the touch on Thompson's three-point shot just off the charts. He just never seems to lose his feel.
Here's Holiday. Nice D from Russell. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Thompson. Ball with the rebound.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Here's Curry after Drew Holiday's score. Curry looking it over. Clock at 6. Stolen by Ball. Passes it to Favors. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. He dialed that one up from long distance.
And Kevin, that 3 ball of Curry, deadly. I mean, you feel like it's going in as soon as he lets it go, no matter where, at what angle, or how deep.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Warriors lead by 2. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. Steph Curry talks about the visual drills he does to help his playmaking in the NBA.
It's a cognitive and neurological drill that helps you, one, takes your mind off the basketball, because when you're in a game, that should be the last thing you're thinking about. There's so many other variables out there that you have to kind of survey, you know, where your defender is, where your teammates are, where you are in relation to the basket and your reaction. So those lights kind of train you in that regard. You have to, you know, see what the color is, make a determination of what move that corresponds to, execute the move, and then finish the jumper.
The improvement he's made, Greg, in his ball handling has really unlocked his game.
I mean, able to keep his head up as he attacks off the dribble, read the defense, and drills like that can only help.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively. They put it all out there in that opening quarter.
They're back. Ball and Reddick. Hart is out there with Williams, and it's Hayes in at the 5 spot. That's the Pelicans 5 as we get into the second quarter.
Yeah, Curry is so impressive. His peripheral vision is what makes him unique, in addition to his ball handling skills. He does a nice job setting up his teammates and knows how to get them the ball when they're open.
Hayes the pass to Williams. Clock at 4. Here's Ball. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. New Orleans making some changes here. Derek Favors checked in for Williams. Ingram comes in for Josh Hart. And it's Drew Holiday in for Lonzo Ball. Then for the Warriors, Green, he's checked in for Alfonso McKinney. Klay Thompson comes in for Robinson. And D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Steph Curry. Outside, Green. Back to Russell. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
And, you know, for a big man, I think Green is one of the better dime droppers in the league. I mean, he's a true point forward who has excellent vision and sees the floor well.
Here's Ingram. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And it goes on Draymond Green.
The second overall pick back in 2016, Brandon Ingram has shown us flashes. But whether it's defense or offense, still a ways to go.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Ingram.
And, you know, guys, for Ingram, the free throw line's been a trouble spot. Seems to me that he's not been able to get a consistent routine in approaching free throw shooting.
Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Kevon Looney. Both free throws good for Ingram. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Holiday against Russell. Here's the teardrop. And the rejection by Favors. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here. And the Warriors with possession here. And they get it back. And Thompson gets it to go.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
Holiday with it. From deep three-point range, and the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Warriors ahead. They're up by 4. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Alvin Gentry. Coach, you were not happy with the offensive execution in the first half. Do you have to push the pace harder in the second half?
No, the pace is a good pace for us. We just can't turn the ball over. We did a poor job, had too many turnovers that quarter.
We'll see if you can keep it under control in the second half. Thank you, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. They battled hard in the second quarter, and it was reflected on the scoreboard. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
They were really efficient on offense. Shared the basketball well, great shot selection. That accounted for a high field goal percentage in the first half.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Pelicans?
Well, they spent a lot of time away from the basket offensively. They need to get in the paint, Ernie. Whether it's running the offense through the low post or on dribble drives, pick and rolls, get into the paint.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Klay Thompson with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
Well, we're not surprised by that. No more than what we've come to expect of him. He can adapt and adjust to anything a defense tries to throw at him.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Green and Cauley-Stein are down low. Russell and Thompson the perimeter. And it's Curry in at the one spot. Here's Thompson. Stolen by Ball. And in transition, it's Ingram. Here we go. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
The second overall pick in 2016, a lot of expectations for Brandon Ingram. If anything, he puts that pressure on himself. This is a young man that wants to be great.
And that one misses. And Clark, they say Brandon Ingram, his own biggest critic. Does all his frustration and worry become, you think, a hindrance?
I think it can be, guys. I mean, you can't weigh yourself down with self-frustration and self-criticism because it can keep you from being your best. At the end of the day, his talent is obvious. I think he's got tremendous upside, but that piece of the mentality that he brings has to be balanced out a bit.
Clark, who are a few under-the-radar guys who really get it done scoring the ball at that forward position?
Well, I tell you what, a couple of names that come to mind. Bogan Bogdanovic,
yes,
outstanding scorer. Gallinari, and then John Collins, and the young fellow down in Atlanta. Those three guys are all a little bit undervalued as scorers.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And Cauley-Stein so explosive around the rim. Hard to defend without fouling.
Since taking over the starting role in 2018, Willie Cauley-Stein lived up to his draft spot of being number 6, Greg, overall in 2015.
And you knew that a big man like Cauley-Stein would take a few years to develop. But at a legit 7 feet and great length, he is everything you could hope for in a starting center.
2 shots.
He misses the free throw. A whole new cast of characters for the Pelicans. 3 promising first-round picks, Greg, and the young players acquired from the Lakers and veterans like Favors and Redick.
All of a sudden, a wealth of options for Alvin Gentry. Time will tell how they did in the AD trade, but seems like they're off to a nice start.
So he comes up empty, missing both.
A Sacramento King for his first 4 seasons. Willie Cauley-Stein was ready for a fresh start. They allowed him to leave, and he got his wish in Golden State. The athletic rim runner, a nice pickup for the Dubs.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Redick against Robinson. Out to the right wing. Just 5 to shoot. And the rejection by Cauley-Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley-Stein, a presence defensively.
Here's Looney, and that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
And Hayes kicks to Reddick. It's to Williamson. Warriors with the rebound. Here's McKinney. The pass to Curry. The 3. That shot misses. And so it's the Golden State Warriors in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And we'll be right back after this. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Here's Holiday. Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. Reddick and Ingram fill out the perimeter. And it's Holiday in at the 1. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. And it's Ingram missing.
You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that one.
He gets that one.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Holiday against Curry. Green with the block.
Green takes great pride in his defense now. He loves denying shots at the rim and playing bigger than his 6'8" frame would lead you to believe.
The shot by Curry, no good.
Boy, that is awesome defense, guys, against a capable finisher. Well done. I'm sure the coaches love that.
And, guys, he's not an easy man to stop, and he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And, guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
Ball's checked in for New Orleans. The Warriors also with a sub. Cauley Stein's checked in. Now a timeout called by New Orleans. They're behind by 8. There's 47 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Steph Curry.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. On the wing, Holiday, guarded by Green. 6 to shoot. Here's Williamson, and he banks in the layup.
Look at this young man come through in the clutch. Zion appearing more than ready to deliver.
And that's an intentional foul. And so Green will bring it up for the Warriors. And an intentional foul right there.
Shooting 2.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
And I wonder if Curry ever thought that so many young players out there would be following his lead. He's absolutely changed the game.
Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's an 8-point game.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yeah, I'd agree with you. Chalk it up. W in the bag.
Outside, Russell. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense.
One shot.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
Good composure from the line there. Those shots sealed it.
Seven seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Now here's Curry. So we see the Warriors get the win here. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Steph, everyone knows you do a lot of different things for this team, but what would you say your primary focus is?
Trying to just take responsibility of my defensive duties. Pushing the point guard, force them in a different situation, difficult shots. Being our first, line of defense as they're bringing the ball up, putting pressure on them, and try to take them out their offense. That's a lot of great point guards in this league, so I got to be able to do that all year and try to get a good start to that this season.
That's what franchise players do, play at both ends. Thank you, Steph. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you later.